Our seminar provides easy-to-understand information about the EB-5 process and explains how real projects are both structured and marketed to investors. Hi everyone, thank you for coming out early this Saturday morning. Today we're going to try and be as open and as transparent about the EB-5 program and provide a foundation for how the program functions in real life and also how that kind of real life applies to actual projects in the marketplace today, looking at it from both an immigration and a financial risk perspective.
Let's say you're a developer and you're looking at 2 hotel sites. You want to do both of them right now. You've got enough cash to do one of them, and you're going to raise EB-5 for the gap on both so that you can do both. It's helpful if you start the first project, start bringing the EB-5 in, and sit on that extra cash until you know the EB-5 is there before you start that second project, to show that your balance sheet, if you needed to, you could fund the rest of that hotel if the EB-5 doesn't come in, even if you don't actually put that cash in.
Once they've completed that conditional residence period, they file the second form, A29, which is a removal of conditions form, which is telling the government, hey, I've created the 10 jobs. Here's a documentation on how those jobs were created, either by construction expenditures happening or revenue creation happening or direct jobs, direct employees being hired. And then that form is processed and reviewed. And then once approved, then the investor's conditions on their green card are then removed. That's paid by the issuer. So the fund itself that's making the loan, in the slide earlier, the upstream borrower, right, is the one borrowing the money, and the upstream borrower pays the interest payment to the EB-5 fund.
So the best practice is to file the exact same documents on the business plan, the economic report, the PPM, all the project documents that you filed on the exemplar, keep it exactly the same for that first investor.
If you do have a guarantee like that in place, it's a contractual obligation. You need to be an entity that is capitalized enough to actually make good on that guarantee for it to have any real effect, right? So they'll need to understand, okay, who's providing the guarantee and are they actually going to be able to give it? So
working with EB-5 affiliates has been amazing because the synergy is incredible, very accessible for a company that does so much and does so much all over the country, that an attorney like me can have direct access to the managing partners and immediate replies, and always very smart. I will tell you that one of the other main reasons why we went with the company was that you're dealing with some very, very intelligent people.
We talked to numerous attorneys, developers, all kinds of specialists in the field, but we came to the conclusion that Sam and his team were a one-stop shop, that they could provide all the services we need and coordinate them so we didn't have to try to coordinate between different providers.
For those of you getting started or trying to understand what EB-5 is, I would definitely suggest coming to one of these conferences. It's more or less kind of the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s of EB-5 and what's going on in the industry.
So we really appreciate if you took 5 minutes and just jot down a few offhand thoughts.